Hey guys, how's it going? I am WWE Hall of Famer Lita, welcoming you to General Admission Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Evolution. We're 3 episodes in, but we still have a massive announcement to make. We will be making our debut in Egypt in just a couple weeks. Evolution Cairo is coming at you June 13th, so buckle up. You know what happens on these events. Don't expect this one to be any different. Speaking of which, we know the champion, Garrett Gibson, has had his issues with Derek Cole. Let's hear from both men as they prepare for the Evolution Cairo main event. Look, Garrett Gibson can jaw jack all he wants, but the truth is just what my homie E40 said. Life can be good, life can stink like a burp, and Garrett, your life's been good the last couple weeks, but that ain't gonna last. I said what I said last week, and I meant every word. Derek Cole wouldn't be a great champion. He couldn't be. You have to understand every level of this. Work your way up from the bottom, busting your butt every day to appreciate this title and what it means. And he can never do that. What I'm supposed to apologize for, the fact I was special, I got shit handed to me because I had potential. They knew I was gonna blow up, and I did. Now, what Garrett Gibson doesn't understand is expectations, pressure. Goofy looking motherfucker can't deal with no pressure. Only way he could was to put a mask on his face like it was 2020. Now I'm supposed to think he changed overnight? People don't do that, and we all know it. I have to live my whole life knowing I shouldn't have been here to win the title when I did. I'm going to question forever whether or not I belong as champion, but I'll tell you what I know. I belong in a wrestling ring. I belong in competition. I belong in the fight. And I'm damn sure I belong at Cairo with my hand held up after beating Derek Cole. Well, folks, we'll see you all in Cairo in just a couple weeks. I cannot wait. You can guess, main event, Garrett Gibson, Derek Cole championship on the line. But Yamamoto may be headed there as well because she has earned herself a #1 contenders match for Lazzara's championship. That match will go down very soon, but today it's a bit of a warm-up for Yamamoto, one of the hottest young stars in professional wrestling. By the way, folks, join the Discord. Link is down in the description. It's the best community in wrestling. You get exclusive news, all kinds of exclusives. And again, you just get to hang out with some of the best fans in the entire world. If you've been around GAW, you know exactly who they are. You know what they're about. Yamamoto certainly knows what Queen Alexia is about. That will be her opponent in that #1 contenders match, which is why I think Moto very much wanted to come out here, get herself a warm-up, get herself tuned up to be in perfect shape to be able to fight Alexia, because it takes a lot to bring down an athlete of that caliber. This is Sophia Sweetness for you. Not exactly the most humble that you'll ever find, but I will say a good warm-up for Yamamoto, and certainly a dangerous opponent, so you got to give Moto credit for wanting to come in and take this match. Sophia has obviously had her own issues with Lazzara. Lazzara, of course, trained Sophia Sweetness for a little while last season, but Sophia thought she was better than all that and so broke away. Probably a mistake long term. Like I was saying, this is a tough match for Yamamoto to take on at this point, knowing that Queen Alexia is coming. But Sophia, I think, pretty similar in style to Alexia. Alexia, of course, probably the best athlete in the women's division in Evolution. But Sophia Sweetness not far behind, a former Division I three-sport athlete, or two-sport athlete, I should say, and it means that her approach is pretty similar to what Yamamoto's going to be seeing from Alexia in that #1 contenders match. Of course, Moto been hanging out with Lazzara. Look at Sweetness, backflip, knee drop right onto the abdomen. This is exactly what you want to see if you are a fan of Sophia Sweetness. I don't know how many might be out there. Now she's gonna go up top and Moto ducks underneath. Sweetness was going maybe for a huge missile drop kick. That's what it looked like to me. Moto caught her into the half and half. Moto gotta be feeling good about the start to this match. She was able to sustain the opening pressure from Sweetness, which again is something that we're gonna see from Alexia, and a bulldog from Sweetness. That's old school stuff. We're definitely gonna be seeing a high-paced attack from Queen Alexia, so this is good training for Yamamoto. It's a 2, Moto kicks out. Sweetness, of course, thought she had enough. When doesn't she? Sweetness may be looking for some more, but Moto able to get up out of the way, and now Yamamoto gonna take back the offense. No, Sweetness right back onto the attack. Moto's drop kick dodged. Caught her with the right. Moto goes low. Nice body shot there from Yamamoto. That's something she's gonna have to do as well against Alexia. Out of the ring goes Sophia Sweetness, but wait a minute, that's Queen Alexia. Back in, the referee had turned his attention to deal with Sweetness. Queen Alexia into the ring. She's dropped Yamamoto. Alexia has dropped Yamamoto, and Sweetness back into the ring. And now Sophia Sweetness sees the opening off of that lariat. Sweetness makes the cover. Moto, she got dropped. No! Sophia Sweetness can't believe it. Referee had turned his back, and now Moto struggles to her feet. That lariat really caught her. Now Sweetness drags her down and over the top. Sweetness into another cover. Sweetness has the stack. No, Moto kicks out again. Sweetness certainly has the momentum at this point. That shot turned aside. Moto, she's got the back. Moto, Rainmaker. Yamamoto turns the tables, drops Sophia Sweetness, and Yamamoto finds a way to survive. Queen Alexia did what she thought would be enough to cost Moto this match. It wasn't. Yamamoto survives, and if you're Queen Alexia, that was a risk that now has backfired. This is momentum from Yamamoto, and that #1 contenders match just got a little bit more interesting. Backstage, it's tag team champions Eddie Hernandez and Yunsan Park. The Titans decide to come back conveniently when the least number of eyes were on them. They want to picture themselves as devilishly clever assassins attacking from the shadows, but they're cowards, waiting for someone else to make their story for them. We're not concerned the Titans are in league with Igris, whatever the hell is going on with him. We're concerned the Titans live in a fantasy world where they're still the baddest team. This is a new world. You're in the shuffle now, because more teams can and will step up to your soft asses, and we'll lead that charge to Cairo. A couple weeks ago, Santanico, the new Raw champion, made his first defense of that title by defeating Flyboy. Afterward, Devon Andrews came out and made one simple gesture, put his hand in the air, and it signified that he was coming for the Raw championship. I think he intends to go through with that as he comes in for his first match of season 3. Technically still a free agent, but somehow he keeps weaseling himself into these matches. Of course, he fought Lancelot for the Academy Championship last year in a brutal match. He has fought with his brother Devon for the tag team championships. That was at Nitro. Now it seems he is setting up to fight Santanico for the Raw championship. If you're Devon Andrews, anything can happen. And he can certainly make anything happen. Here we go, Devon Andrews facing today Philip Matthews, resident of Washington, D.C., where we are today. Matthews drops him with a good shot. Nope, that one's not gonna happen. Matthews is a local product, and Matthews taking it straight to Devon Andrews. Look at Matthews, able to make something happen. Andrews drops him. That right hand nails the young man, and Matthews able to play defense once again. Matthews looking good, man. This would be the biggest upset, maybe of the century, if Matthews is able to bring down Devon Andrews. But look at Devon's response. Maybe he wasn't expecting something like this from a relative unknown in Matthews. But Devon Andrews always prepared. He's a fighter at heart. This is what he does. And you can see the size disparity as well. I mean, just look at the size of this guy. Andrews into the cover off of that. Matthews able to kick out off the stun gun. Now Devon Andrews going up top, looking to maybe make a statement to Santanico, and drops the point of the elbow right on Matthews' back. You know Santanico's watching. One of the smartest, one of the most well-prepared wrestlers in the world. And look at Andrews unleashing the strikes. Closed fist, no defense from Philip Matthews. Devon Andrews, he has well and truly taken control of this match as Andrews just stomps a hole in the chest off of the striking combination into the cover. Devon Andrews puts away the young Philip Matthews. That is a statement and a half to Santanico. I know Santanico, no disrespect to Mr. Matthews, Santanico's on another level, but man, when you can put a guy in the dirt with your fists the way Devon Andrews can, a renowned underground street boxer, you can do just about anything, and Santanico might find that out sooner rather than later. I'm told backstage Sophia's sweetness has grabbed the camera. I knew from moment one who I was dealing with. Yamamoto is exactly like Lazzara. She's lazy, she's arrogant, she's overrated, but she carries herself like God's gift to wrestling. Lazzy never could keep her dirty nose out of other people's business. Apparently, she's got a whole legion of little wannabes who do the same. I knew Lazzara would be a terrible champion, and that's exactly what's going on. Things are worse than ever, and we all know who to blame. Jeez, who let this guy back in the arena? Flyboy, oh my God. Flyboy, of course, took on Santanico for the Raw Championship a couple weeks ago. Came up short in what was a brilliant effort from him. I think he did a lot better than anyone would have expected from him in that match, but still came out on the wrong end of it. And now here he is, just making a fool of himself. Not that he really cares about that at all. If you didn't know, I mean, if you're new, this is a former Academy champion, right? He climbed the ladder. Now, granted, he did it with the help of the mighty Don't Kneel, Shane Thorne and Nick Miller. So, and I would say a big assist from Shane Thorne and Nick Miller. Joshua Moore making his Season 3 debut, and this was by special request from one of the top rookies out of Second City Wrestling. He had to watch his former training partner Xavier Cross be destroyed by Igris last week. Here is what Moore had to say about that. Igris, you don't even know what it's like to train at Second City Wrestling. This bullshit Reaper camp doesn't work you as hard in a month as we got worked in a day. It means you look a different way at those guys you got through that with. So you want to make a statement by attacking Xavier Cross? You don't even understand what you did. Xavier and I don't agree on much, but we damn sure agree that I'm gonna beat the holy hell out of you. Say what you want. There is a certain brotherhood that comes in Second City Wrestling, and Joshua Moore, you can see it. Look at Moore, backflip over the top, deadlift German. Right into the cover, and Joshua Moore, I thought he might have had it right then and there. So I'll tell you this. Of the three most prominent rookies out of Second City Wrestling that we saw back in season 2, due to our incredible partnership with their scouting and coaching departments, Joshua Moore was the least experienced coming in. We saw the least out of him. But that doesn't mean that he is the least talented. Moore, Xavier Cross, and of course Chandler Marcy, we saw all of them a decent amount, but for Joshua Moore, for him, it was only 8 matches in GAW, a 3-5 record. That compared to Chandler Marcy, who fought 15, and Xavier Cross, who also fought 15. So Moore, about half that, still managed to pile up a pretty decent record. That says a lot about his ability and, of course, where he comes from, and you can see he takes it very seriously. Flyboy has him on the wrong end. Here, Flyboy with a stunner. Onto the second rope, and immediately fans not too pleased that Flyboy is getting in this kind of offense. Exploder suplex as he caught Moore coming in with a wild strike. The scouting report, and he did it again. The scouting report for all of these prospects coming out of Second City Wrestling is pretty similar. They're talented, they're tough. Flyboy, missile drop kick to the back. Moore was trying to get himself fired up, and Flyboy caught him at the right place at the right time. These boys out of Second City Wrestling, they're tough, they're talented strikers, they're well-trained, their fundamentals are excellent. That is the scouting report. But if there's any weakness that is shared between the three of them, it's inexperience. All three combined have spent less than 5 years in the sport of professional wrestling. And we're gonna meet another product of that area in our main event when we meet one of our rookies competing in Rookie of the Year, who also shares that level of inexperience. Second City Wrestling finds some incredibly talented men. They come here to GAW, and you're facing guys like Flyboy who have spent years honing, developing their skills. But look at Joshua Moore doing a great job on Flyboy, backing him up. Flyboy ducks underneath. Another wild shot coming from Moore. Count is 10, 15-second count out, and Moore gonna beckon Flyboy outside, and Joshua Moore is gonna get him with the face breaker. Joshua Moore talking to him. He said one of his earliest inspirations in wrestling, one of the earliest memories that he had of watching wrestling was watching DX in the mid and late 90s. And you can see that come through in a lot of what he does. A lot of his approach, a lot of his offensive skill set. Look at Moore. Look at the strength from Joshua Moore, swinging Flyboy around. I think Flyboy's feet caught the steps a couple times as well. Of course, when you talk about inexperience for Moore, he was the kind of guy who never thought he'd be able to get into wrestling. He was a fan, he enjoyed the sport, but he never really thought he'd be able to do it. And now look where he's at. Moore! My God, he has taken it to a former Academy champion in defense. of one of his training partners, one of his old friends. This is quite something for a guy who a lot of times in his life didn't really believe that he'd be able to get here. Flyboy just leaning against the barricade, trying to get something back into his lungs, and Moore just lighting him up. Joshua Moore, I mean, is he seeing Igris' face on Flyboy's mask right now? Because it doesn't even seem like Joshua Moore's trying to win this match. It seems to me that Moore just wants to hurt somebody as Moore ducks underneath the attack from Flyboy. Back into the ring he goes, and Flyboy, is he going to join him? Yes, finally the match comes back into the ring after a long time spent outside. Again, Moore just trying to hurt Flyboy as much as he could. Flyboy rolls through and a diving headbutt. Off the roll, Flyboy gets himself an opening, and now over the top he goes. Flyboy, he's got Moore in position. Flyboy bomb. That might have been all he needed. Flyboy hooks the leg. Moore, no. Moore survives the Flyboy bomb. And now Flyboy gonna have to go back to the well. 6 minutes gone. We've barely been in the ring. And that was the first real winning opportunity for either man. Even though Moore survived, Flyboy is still very much on the upper hand. Now Flyboy takes the back, and Joshua Moore catches him the point of the elbow. Moore caught him coming in a power slam. Joshua Moore using Flyboy's speed against him. Hooks the leg, no! That's the scouting report from Moore, and a springboard moonsault. Incredibly well-rounded, very smart, even for someone so inexperienced. Up top he goes. Moore, double rotation moonsault. Are you kidding me? But he's not even done. Joshua Moore, he's got more in the tank, and more all on the line. Joshua Moore drives in Flyboy. Moore with the cover, and Joshua Moore picks up the win. That is exactly what you want to see out of Joshua Moore. And the double rotation moonsault, are you kidding me? That didn't end the match, but it might as well have. There was no chance Flyboy would be able to play defense after something like that. Joshua Moore walking out of here with maybe the biggest win of his young GAW career. That's a former champion that he just pinned. It's almost time for the main event, but let's hear first from Island Nation for the first time since being attacked ruthlessly by Nathan Rotunda and Jon Gotti. You want to see a goddamn message? Gotti and Rotunda, you trash-ass nobodies, y'all better be watching what we do. We represent a damn nation, a way of life, and we don't give a single fuck about business. Only business that's gonna get done for you is getting your head knocked back to whatever Italian ghetto spat you out. Better watch closely. You won't get another look. What is it? What is it that's stopping you from tapping into that primal rage? What is it that is stopping you from being the giant killer? Now, they keep saying your game is designed for taking out guys your size, but we both know that's incorrect, isn't it? Isn't it? My father called you the giant killer because your game is so well-rounded for a giant. You have speed, power, intelligence, agility, yet you waste it. Where is my best fucking friend, the Savage, Dagonite, the one that hurt Midnight right before the Storm Chaser tournament and forced him to pull out of it before the blocks were even shown? Dagonite, you're not Lighter's tag team partner. He is yours. Act like it. Act like the mad titan I know you are. Things are going to change around here. We are the tip of the spear. Darkness in power. Power in darkness. We are going to make them proud. We are going to make them proud and show them that we aren't gangsters, we aren't a mob, we aren't some shitty company, we aren't a house full of stupid MMA fighters. We are trying to draw from the darkness. 2022-2023 is our year. Together or apart, we will bring our own brand of prestige to this company. Understood, Danny. You don't even need me to tell you, but I'm going to remind you anyway. Check out our Spotify playlist, all the music from across GAW, all in one place. And if you want to go out and buy some of those fired sticks and listen to this, no one's going to judge you here. Island Nation, this is the one team over everyone else that I would think you would not want to piss off. I'm not going to say Jon Gotti doesn't know what he's doing, but he might have just messed with the wrong team. Eddie Tonga, Yamamoto, Kobayashi today taking on the unofficial team of Ramon Gutierrez and Max Ultimate. I'm told that these two guys trained together extensively during the off-season. And they got to be pretty brave to come in here as a new team to take on Island Nation. But we know bravery exists in spades for both these guys. We saw it all the time in Season 2. Eddie Tonga breaks out of the armbar with ease, and Tonga just puts down Ultimate with a headbutt. These were two of the most promising rookies from Season 2, looking to continue that step forward here in Season 3. And speaking of promising rookies, we are going to get to see a whole lot of them in our new series, Rookie of the Year, as here comes Kobayashi in a bolo punch. We'll have more information for you next week. We can tell you Rookie of the Year, team captains Eddie Hernandez and Devon Andrews lead their teams of rookies. The winner of the series gets a contract right here on Evolution. Cover from Kobayashi, and there is Gutierrez. So let's meet one of the young men coming in. I referenced him earlier. It's a Second City Wrestling product out of Oak Park, Illinois. It's Adonis Carter, 20 years old, 6 feet tall, weighs in at 230 pounds. Carter trained by his uncle, Satan Cedric, and look at this, Tonga on the outside with a backbreaker as Kobayashi continues the attack inside, right on the arm of Max Ultimate. Fujiwara armbar applied. Adonis Carter. I talked to our GAW scouts. They said Carter came in with plus athleticism. He is one of the best athletes, maybe the best athlete they have ever seen. He, along with many others, will be making his GAW debut in Rookie of the Year. We will get to see his incredible athleticism for ourselves. Kobayashi gets Ultimate up and a powerbomb, jackknife style. Kobayashi showing that strength. Tag in, here comes Tonga straight after the destruction of Ramon Gutierrez. Now back into the ring, but now Kobayashi faces him down, the referee trying to get involved. And Kobayashi exits the ring on command. Tonga right into a cover off that powerbomb from Kobayashi. Gutierrez is there, covers the distance, but Kobayashi sends him out of the ring, and once again, Max Ultimate left alone with a vicious, vindictive member of Island Nation. Nothing personal to Ultimate or Tonga, but Tonga, he's got to do what he's got to do. Super kick into the straight jacket German, and Max Ultimate, he looks out of it. I'm sure Gotti and Rotunda are watching. Tonga with a diving headbutt. And Tonga's not even done. Boom-I-A! Ultimate's neck cranked weird, and Tonga continues the offense. Again, it's nothing personal, But if you're Jon Gotti and Nathan Rotunda, look at what you've awoken. Kobayashi busy beating the living daylights out of Ramon Gutierrez on the outside, and it's Eddie Tonga inside with Max Ultimate. Tonga's got the back. Ultimate, out of desperation, able to free himself. That doesn't stop the onslaught from Eddie Tonga. Ultimate, Irish whip, Tonga off the ropes, and Tonga just turns aside Ultimate in the air. I mean, just a ridiculous performance from Island Nation right now. There might not be a more powerful team in the world than Eddie Tonga and Yamamoto, Kobayashi, and Tonga showing exactly that. Ultimate gets himself a little bit of space. Is it gonna be enough? Ultimate float over DDT, and finally, Ultimate able to do something here as Ramon Gutierrez slides back into the ring. And finally, things might be looking up for the makeshift team of training partners. Or maybe not. Eddie Tonga grabs the arm, and Tonga right into the tequila sunrise. Eddie Tonga has Max Ultimate, and Kobayashi back into the ring to play defense. Ramon Gutierrez finally is able to break up the submission, but Eddie Tonga, how powerful is this guy? How much is he able to do against this new team? Almost no offense from Ultimate and Gutierrez, and again, super kick, straight jacket, German, and Tonga hangs on, but Ultimate just flopped over into the ropes, and thank God he did. Match would have been over. Here comes Kobayashi. I don't know if you want to see the fresher man in this match, but Eddie Tonga was so good, you almost feel like you have no shot. Now Kobayashi just laying in shots to the back. Island Nation have something to prove to Gotti and Rotunda. I'm not even sure if those two men are in attendance tonight, but I can guarantee you they're watching. And they are not going to be pleased with what they have created. An already powerful Island Nation team motivated by what Gotti and Rotunda did. And Kobayashi brings down Ultimate head first. Gutierrez has to be there, and he is. That's several times now. Ramon Gutierrez has saved Max Ultimate, and he's gonna pay the price. No, Gutierrez sidesteps Kobayashi. Referee just trying to get control of the match as Kobayashi catches Gutierrez with a big shot. And now Kobayashi, he's got Ultimate in the ring, brings him down. Kobayashi, Fujiwara armbar. Kobayashi wrenching back on the left arm, lets it go. There is so much that you have to defend when you're fighting Island Nation. Ultimate just trying to do his best here as Ultimate floats over. DDT again. Ultimate needs a tag. He's close enough to his corner, but Ultimate gonna try to press his advantage right now. This is one of the few times that he's gotten either member of Island Nation down. Ultimate makes the cover, and this time it's Eddie Tonga. Flies into the ring. Tonga again just turns aside. Ultimate, the drop kick made contact, but you wouldn't know it. And Kobayashi right on the attack again. Ultimate regretting what he did, but he's gonna get the tag in. Kobayashi left the opportunity open. Here comes Gutierrez. Gutierrez got Tonga down, and Gutierrez thrust kick beats him right in the jaw. Gutierrez makes the cover, but Kobayashi straight in to break things up. Gutierrez standing shooting star, but Eddie Tonga saw it coming all the way, and now Gutierrez in a terrible position because Eddie Tonga gets him up onto the shoulders. Tonga, he's got him. Tonga, Island Blood. Eddie Tonga ends the match in a big way. Island Nation, as a team, as individuals, it doesn't matter. They are coming for Jon Gotti and Nathan Rotunda. This is a championship caliber team, but I don't think it matters to them. All that matters is Gotti and Rotunda. Folks, we will see you on Friday for Friday Night Storm. You do not want to miss it. If you saw last Friday, champion versus champion in the main event, who knows what could happen in just a couple days. Subscribe right here to GAW. We appreciate you.